CINEMANIACS King's Speech movie review. Okay. Hello everyone, CINEMAN here. Today I will be reviewing The King's Speech, directed by Tom Hooper, starring Colin Firth, Geoffrey Rush, Helena Bonham Carter, Guy Pearce, Timothy Spall, Ramona Marquez, and Michael Gambon. Now, this is actually based on a true story and follows the Duke of York's relationship with Lionel Logue, an Australian speech therapist played by Geoffrey Rush. The Duke of York, named I think Alfred, nicknamed Bertie, who would later become King George VI, played by Colin Firth, was, as a kid from 4 to 5, had a humiliating stammer. He had a humiliating speech impediment condition, and in order to rule the kingdom and be crowned king, he would have to overcome that stammer. But he has seen many doctors, eggheads, speech therapists to sort of try and help him out, but they do not succeed. After many attempts, they do not succeed, and this causes the king to give up hope as he dreads public speaking. And the Queen Elizabeth I, played by Helena Bonham Carter, tracks down Lionel Logue, a speech therapist played by Geoffrey Rush, who helps him overcome that impediment. And this film's documenting the relationship over the years between these two, the patient and a doctor. And I have to say, when hearing about this movie, I did not I thought it'd be good, but I wasn't really interested in seeing it, as it was it was going to be, if it was about royalty, it'd be like, all these people dressed in funny wigs, wearing all these funny costumes, going, "Oh, I'm so posh, yes, would you like a cup of tea, darling? Would you like a cup of tea? Maybe a spot of cola afterwards? Oh, yes, darling. Yes, we'll play a nice spot of polo, yes. Check." I just can't really stand that. People speaking dead posh. If you're really posh, have your butler do it. I was like, shut the hell up. Yeah. But after hearing this film got various reviews, really good reviews, everyone's singing Colin Firth's praise for this film, I thought I'd have to go and see this. And I heard this was getting picked up for many Oscars. It only won one Golden Globe, and it's set to win a couple of BAFTAs. So and it got really brilliant reviews. And Tom Hooper, this is his third film, and I've never seen any of his films, including The Damned United, which is his last film that he did. And there are a couple of things, it's set in probably 30s, so it's kind of spruced up, the scenes, the dark scenes, there's some scenes that are foggy, some scenes that have mist, and there's a scene that involves the first appearance of Lionel Logue, who Queen Elizabeth is tracking him down to sort of cure her husband's speech impediment, and the corridor for that scene is dimly lit. There are some scenes that are dimly lit, and there is actually one thing about Lionel Logue. It's just the acting. Geoffrey Rush is just, I think he's just, him and Colin Firth, they have some good chemistry together, and Colin Firth's stammer is actually pretty believable. So and the character of Lionel Logue, he claims to be Australian but speaks with a British accent. All the time through watching this, I never heard one hint of Australian in that accent, neither naturally or stereotypically. Geoffrey Rush is just, he was good in The Life and Death of Peter Sellers, and he was good in like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but this, I just think his acting was crap. You know, I mean, he did have some good chemistry with Colin Firth, and the speech therapy scenes are good. They actually have some time to actually, you know, come up with like some funny stuff. Like, I think before filming they found Lionel Logue's like textbook, and they decided to incorporate the lines written in those diaries into the film. But Lionel Logue, the Geoffrey Rush's performance as Lionel Logue was rubbish. I mean, I've actually read about it on Wikipedia before doing this review. Despite the fact that I heard a British accent, he has been spending all his time, like, he was educated in Australia all the time, you know. I thought it would be like Sam Worthington. He was British. He was born in England but raised in Australia. So I thought it'd be like that, but no. I just think, who is he trying to fool? Is he Australian or British? Because I don't really see the points. And there are things like the score by Alexandra the Splat, whatever you pronounce his name is. The score written by him is beautifully composed, and the acting in this, I was surprised by the acting. I mean, like, from Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce, he did some good acting. Guy Pearce, he played King George VI's brother, who was king but abdicated the throne because he fell in love with an American divorcee, and the rule was, you know, you can't be king if you're marrying a divorced woman. You know, it's kind of like keep it in the family. So he had to abdicate the throne, therefore giving King George VI time to, like, you know, step in, giving him the chance to step in and become king. And other than all these actors popping up, like there's Timothy Spall as Winston Churchill and Michael Gambon playing King George V. But the one thing that surprised me was an appearance by 9-year-old actress Ramona Marquez, who some of you may best know her as Karen from Outnumbered, which is one of my favourite British shows. I think Outnumbered is hilarious, and she actually does some good acting, because as she's a kid she's allowed to improvise with Daniel Roach, who plays Ben in that show. So that makes their performance believable. And there's also like this film has been getting like so many awards. You know, it's been nominated for so many awards, and they better like watch themselves, because the Social Network is being nominated for a couple of BAFTAs. So I mean, they might be able to like, probably the Social Network. I bet they're gonna win, because everyone likes the Social Network. That was out before the King's Speech, and I hope Danny Boyle wins the Best Director for 127 Hours, because that was actually, it had an uplifting ending, and plus James Franco actually did a good job playing Aaron Ralston. And I think that Helena Bonham Carter, she did do some really good acting, even though she'd already played a queen once in Alice in Wonderland, which was directed by her husband Tim Burton. So anyway, and I think that the cinematography is actually, there are some scenes which are a bit dark, and this is actually kind of dark, the cinematography, because it shows like grey skies, and it's sort of, you know, it's sort of the Depression era of England, you know, when people were out of a job and there was no like electricity back then, like super electricity, like they have enough like power stuff, but everyone listens to the radio, and you know, it's all boring. Plus the sky is like grey, and just London is just infested with rats, so it's like kind of a dark place. Anyway, I'm gonna give this like 4 stars, apart from Lionel Logue's performance, not the Geoffrey Rush's performance as Lionel Logue. I actually thought this was I thought his performance was rubbish, but Colin Firth is actually pretty funny. There's also one of the speech therapy scenes where he's rehearsing for a speech, and he's sort of rehearsing for that, using profanity to sort of overcome his stammer. And plus, you can't stammer if you're singing, so that's actually pretty good. I actually think I'm going to give this 4 stars, because this was actually brilliant. I didn't really think I'd like it, because it was kind of too posh, but it's actually been pretty good. You know, the King's Speech is brilliant. Yep. So, anyway, this is Cinema Man signing out, and I'll see you later. Bye.